The virtual showroom is designed to be used in multiple locations within your funeral home. You can use it anywhere you like, such as in the front foyer, your arrangement office, or selection room with a touchscreen monitor, or basically anywhere, any computer where you have internet access. And of course, it's completely customizable by your administrators. To launch a virtual showroom, you simply go up to the kiosk, and I'm going to show you one of my test showrooms. You click the plus sign drop down beside my showrooms, find the showroom you want, and then simply go to Launch this showroom. And you'll see we get a pop-up window. I'll move that over a little bit. And that's our test showroom that I've created. Now this will give you and the visitors access to anything in your catalog that you want to show in your virtual showroom, your services, the merchandise selection you have available, current funerals, that sort of thing. And I'll show you an example. They can go to merchandise selection. Probably want to look at caskets. We'll choose by material. And you see all the different selections. Look at the stainless steel caskets. And there we have a list of what's available in our system at the moment. Matthews products will provide your families the ability to customize caskets, the corners, the cap panels, overlay embroidery, if it is available for that casket. So we'll look at the Galaxy. And it comes up with all the information, the price of it, the model number, the basic description that's been added by Matthews. You can add more to that if you like. Now the customization part comes, you can see that whether you want to customize the corners, all they have to do is click on, and they get all the options available for corner customization. Click on the item, the page refreshes with the picture, and you can see the corners have been customized now. Same with the panel. Right now there's no panel selected. And you'll see there's quite a vast selection of panels available. Select the butterfly. Once again, the page will refresh, and now the cap panel is in. They also have the option to click on Show the Corners, and they'll get a pop-up with a bigger picture. You can also show the cap panel, or they can close those. They can turn on the zoom for a closer look at the casket. And you'll see how that works. I'll turn off the zoom. They can bookmark this item, and as they go through the system, if they bookmark items, they'll have a whole list here of items that have been of interest to them. They can compare different items in the product line. So you see plenty of options for visitors to your kiosk. Click the back. One thing I'll point out while we're here, if you're worried about people getting into your system, number one, you would set this up on a touchscreen computer without a keyboard or mouse. They would do everything by touchscreen. Now once you've got this up and running, you would hit F11 on the keyboard, and you'll see that goes full screen. There's no other options but to do touch. And then you would unhook your keyboard and walk away and leave it wide open for anybody to use and browse through. They can't get into your system in any way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, you plug your keyboard back in, click F11, and you can close it right down. So we'll go back. You can keep clicking back. Other options are just to click on Main, and that'll take us right back to the main page. We'll look at another section like Services and Personal Ceremonies. Now you may or may not offer these types of ceremonies, but if you do, you can have a whole list of them here that the visitors can scroll through. Somebody may have seen the dove release before and they go, kind of interested in that. Once again, description of what it is, cost for it, and a picture to give an idea of what it's all about. We also have embedded videos that the visitor can click on the video, and the video will start to play explaining what this is all about. So this would play through, the visitor could see that and think that is a very nice touch and say they definitely wanted to get that. And we'll go back. So we're back to the main page. Now you're wondering, how do I put all of this together? Well, we're going to close this. Now back in your system, I'm going to refresh this page. To create a virtual showroom, if you're a Canadian client or if you'd like to build your own showroom from scratch, you just click on the Add Kiosk icon in the upper right-hand corner. That will start you from square one. If you are a Matthews client, you can go to the Provider Showroom, or even if you'd like to build your own and start off this basic setup, go to the Provider Showroom by clicking on the plus sign. Select the Milso Master, and you want to copy this showroom. It's going to ask, are you sure? You click OK. Now this is going to take a moment or two to work through. It might take 2 or 3 minutes. You go back to My Showroom, and at that point you'll find your new showroom is created. And it's now completed, so we'll close this. Click on My Showroom, and you'll see here's the new showroom that we just created. It'll say Milso Master and the date that it was created. First thing you want to do is change the name of that. Just click in that field. And I'm going to title this, if I could type correctly, so I've renamed my showroom. Now you're going to have to enter a keyword relating to the showroom to set up your showroom domain. That's right here. This is going to be the address that you'll open a web browser, put this address in the URL space, and that is going to open up your showroom. So we'll just call it Showroom to keep it simple. Now before setting up the showroom security, you need to decide how you want your showroom to open. So you would have to click on the Add, put in the username, the password, and the actual user's real name, last name, and email address. Not going to set up security for this one just at the moment. So I'm happy with the way it's all set up, so I'm just going to save this. So my showroom is now created. Here's the second test showroom. So I click on that, it opens up again. Now you'll probably want to edit your showroom. So that's the selection you make here, edit this showroom. Now what you're seeing here is the main page of the showroom. Each page is completely self-administrable. At any time you can click on the return to system icon here, and that will take you right back into the IMS. You can come back and do more editing at any time in here. First thing I'd like to show you is the style selection that you have for your showroom. If you click the Style tab, it pops up, and you'll see all the different things you have options for changing. The font type, and that would make it the same font all through your showroom. The font size, the button size, the button border. You can put a border around the buttons, and it's all done in pixels. Spacing and the button fade, button columns, and the product columns, how many columns you want on each page. This is all you'll probably want to test a little bit and see how they look until you find the style that's just fits right with you. You don't have to stay with this default style whatsoever. You can change it around, play around with it a little bit, experiment, and decide what you like. Once you've got it set up the way you like, make sure you save this style and close that page, and you're all set. You can edit the headers and footers on the page. All you have to do is click on the icon, and you'll see it opens up. We're just going to update that to this year. Once I've made my change, click Save, and you'll see that it took effect immediately. Same with the header. Click on the icon, with the instruction to touch any button to learn more about our services. I click Save, and there you go. You can see how that has changed now. It's an immediate effect. Once you have your header and footer the way you like, you're all set. As for the buttons, you'll see that this comes with the buttons already on the page, but you can add more buttons to this page if you like, or any page for that matter. You just click on the Content tab on the lower side of the page, And you'll see that we do have the option to add button to page. If you click the plus sign beside stock images, you'll see the images that are built into the system. And you can select any one of those. I'm going to select this one. You can also select from the pictures you've uploaded. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a little bit, but we're going to stick with the one we've got. You can put in text to label the button. If it's a special page, you put in the header for navigation, the weight, custom size. You can make any changes you like here. Once again, it's going to be a case of you experimenting to see what you like. Click on Add Button, and as simple as that, our new button has been added to the page. So if you click on the button, you'll see that it goes really nowhere, but you now have the option to build this page. If it's something special you're adding to the system, it's that easy to add it in. We'll go back. Now there are some button options that are built into the system. You may have noticed that when I put my mouse over this to click on it, that we do see 3 options up here. The first, the X, is pretty obvious. You'll see the pop-up that says remove this button from the page, and that's basically what it does. The next button, you can edit this button's properties, which basically opens up that content tab again with all this information. Click on content, it'll close it back down. The third option is you can copy this button. And if you click copy, maybe we want it over here on our services section. You'll see in the upper left where you have the paste here or clear options. I'm going to paste here. It is now popped into my page, as you can see. I click clear, the option is gone. So that button's been added to another page. One other item I should mention, you can always click back, but you could always just click on main and that would take you right back to the main again. If you wanted to add product to a page, let's go to the merchandise section. We'll do one there. And we'll go to our casket selections. We're going to choose by material and click on stainless steel. Now to add content to this page, or product I should say, I click on content and you'll notice you now have the option to add product to page. This is going to bring up items from your catalog in the IMS. So I'm going to go to merchandise, caskets. I'll just go to 16 gauge and grab the first one. And you'll see that it brings in a picture of the casket and the name and the code number for it. And you go, yep, that's the one I was looking for. Click add. And you'll see there it's been added to my page. Should you decide that it's time for this item to come off the page because they're no longer available, you simply come into the kiosk, find the page, and click the X and it's gone. So it's right back out of the page. Should you wish to change the order of the items on your page, once again we go to the Content tab, select Change Product Order, and you have several options here. You can order A to Z, or reorder high to low, for cost obviously, or low to high, or you can manually do it. Just click on an item, and as you pull it down you'll see that red line. You just drop it. Click on this one, hold it, drag it up, and it moves there. Once you've done any reordering of your products, be sure to apply. Click the Content tab, and now your items are in alphabetical order. So you do have several options there on how you set up the order of the items on your page. Should you wish to add a photo to the system, just click on the Photo tab, and you can upload a photo. Just find the photo in your file system, select it, open, and it'll load it up into the system for you. You can do the same with videos. Click the Video tab. If you have a video you'd like to bring into the system, once again, you just click in the Browse field, find your video, click on it, and click Open, and that will upload it into your system. It will be available for you to use on any page. And instead of clicking back all the time, I'm just going to click on Main. Close my Videos tab. Get rid of my Test button. I shouldn't even have items on my home page. And there's your interactive kiosk. Very straightforward, quite simple actually. It's just remembering where all those little items are. Should you have any questions about the kiosk or need assistance with its setup, be sure to contact your project manager or send us an email to support@frontrunner360.com.